Thanks for joining, media. You can now start raising your hand by clicking the chat icon and then the raise hand function. We'll start with head coach Derek Fisher. We'll go to Adam Grossbard, LA Daily News.
Hey, Derek. First, just if there's any update on NECA, and then, Brittany again coming up with really big plays late in the game. Like, what was her impact on the end of the game?
What was the second player you mentioned on the end of the game?
Just Brittany's impact at the end of the game.
With NECA, I think her back just kind of locked up. I don't know if back spasm necessarily, but her back kind of locked up on her there in the first half. So, we'll figure out, I guess, tonight and tomorrow morning, whether or not she can get to a point where she can play tomorrow night. If not, we'll have to figure it out, without her, which is not easy to do. She does a lot of things for us that, help us, get wins. So we're fortunate to get this one tonight. And yes, Brittany had a lot to do with that. She's still learning her way around our team, our roster, where she fits in offensively, where her opportunities are going to be to impact the game on that end. But she really just takes a great deal of pride and ownership and accountability on the defensive end. That's what really, we love about her approach to the game. So she had a great deal of impact on this game tonight. And, we were fortunate to be able to get some bodies rotating in that allowed her to stay fresh. It's tough to guard, players like Kennedy Carter and Courtney Williams for long periods of time. So, Brittany was great and really helped us secure this win tonight.
Don W. Davis, Winsider.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
John, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How would you personally assess and grade your use of the rotations, knowing that, you want to stay in the moment and win this game, but now you're going to be playing in another 24 hours, and then it'll just keep going and keep going and keep going that way?
Yeah, no, I think that, I think right now we're at a point in the season where, we're still definitely trying to manage the minutes as much as we possibly can. But we also, we have a responsibility to at this point to really think about, taking care of the business that is in front of us at the moment. And then, kind of from there, figure out, okay, how do we, get tomorrow, figured out, worked out, once we get there. I think tonight, I think we tried to do a decent job with, getting a little bit more rotation in, getting a few more bench minutes out there. Obviously, with NECA being out, Kristine and Anigwe was out more on the court. Simone was out there a little bit more at times than what she has in the last few games. So, I think overall we did the best job we could in the circumstances. But, if NECA's out tomorrow, for example, right, we'll need to really, really be tight on, not just who's playing, but the combination of lineup that's out there that, still can give us what we need on each end of the floor.
Doug Feinberg, Associated Press.
Hey, Coach. You talked a little bit about Kristine. She gave you some pretty big minutes, it seems, tonight off the bench and just performed on both ends of the court for you. Just talk a little bit about what she gave to you tonight.
Yeah, no, Kristine is, one of those players that is constantly working at her game. Always wanting to get in the gym early or stay late or come back at night and work on her game and, really just try and keep herself ready. And that's a big part about becoming a professional that a lot of young players sometimes don't, understand. And it's not easy for, a player as talented as Kristine is and some of our other young players, Rashonda Gray, Marie Gulich, that, when you're on a team with Candace Parker, Nneka Ogwumike, and Simone Augustus, the minutes won't be there every night. So she deserves a ton of credit for keeping herself ready so that when the opportunity presented itself, she could go in and help her teammates and help the team win. And we talked about that a lot in the last several days because there have been some players that, haven't gotten a chance to get out there much. But it was good to see Kristine and Rashonda as well, give us some good minutes out there on the court tonight.
Pavy, H&B Media.
Hey, Coach. You've had a lot of close games throughout this, 9-game win streak. Just can you talk about, how pivotal these moments will be when you get to the playoffs, when you can, draw back and just draw back on some of the experience that you guys have winning these games?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, in a season where you're not going to get, I don't know if we'll practice again the rest of this season. We're playing games every other day from here on out. So you're not going to get a chance to rep and simulate those things in practice in terms of late game situations, foul situations, time and score, if you have a foul to give, offensive and defensive substitutions. So these experiences are invaluable, for all of us, myself as a coach, as well as our players, in terms of gaining some experience with what it takes to win close games, in terms of defensive stops, in terms of execution offensively, not turning the basketball over, making your free throws, not fouling, defensively. And, those things are heightened late in close games. And, of course, we love to have the game figured out sooner, but, I think in the long run, this will be good for us to have these things to draw back on.
Last question for Coach. We'll go back to Adam with the Daily News.
They're clinching a playoff spot today. Like, obviously, that's a pretty, a first step in terms of your bigger goals as a team. So how much do you even talk about that, celebrate it after the game today?
Yeah, no, we definitely, we definitely mentioned it, after the game tonight. And, a short, celebration because, like you said, it is the first step to giving yourself an opportunity to play for a championship. You have to be in the postseason to begin with. And we're fortunate to clinch that opportunity tonight. We have players in our locker room that haven't been to the postseason ever. And Taya Cooper, who's a rookie, is to be celebrated and appreciated. Rashonda Gray, she hasn't been on a playoff team in 4 seasons. And so it's great, for players that haven't experienced it in a while or ever to be able to celebrate it. And, just celebrating the small successes is, I think still a positive thing. And again, if we hope to have a chance to play for an opportunity to win a championship, it starts with getting in first. And, we're thankful to have gotten that clinched tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, everybody.
All right, media questions for Brittany Sykes. We'll start with John W. Davis of Winsider.
Sasson Sykes, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. We made the playoffs. That's a great feeling.
Congratulations. Talk to me about this second half against the Dream. You seem like you didn't want to lose this game, and you found some opportunities to obviously you contribute on defense every time, but again, you found some opportunities to contribute on offense. What did you see out there, especially in that second half?
Well, I mean, in the first half, with us having a back-to-back, I'm pretty sure, with our substitutions and everything, we were, switching bodies a lot, and that allowed me to see on the bench that the middle was wide open. Just any type of middle penetration, whether it was for a jump shot, whether it was to dish and kick it. Atlanta's a team that, likes to get aggressive, so we can kind of use that against them, get off the pick and roll, and, hit those open shots. I just try to find, the best possible shot. If it's a good shot, if it's not a better shot available, then I'll take it. But if there's a better shot, I have no problem giving it up because I trust my teammates.
Adam Grossbard, LA Daily News.
Kind of touched on this, but just what, you guys had the little celebration there around Chelsea on the court. Just how is the team feeling, clinching a playoff spot?
It's different for all of us. Some have been in playoffs more than others. I think this is my second time in playoffs. And, you know, like I said before in past interviews, we celebrate success. So, you know, anything, a stop, a score, whatever it looks like, we're going to celebrate it. And the fact, honestly, I forgot that this was a playoff clinching game. I was more so locked in on the fact that we need to win this game, and this is a very winnable game. So we went out and did that, and we just so happened to clinch playoffs with it.
David Yapkowitz, next Hoops.
Hey, Brittany. You know, last year with Atlanta was record-wise, you know, you had a little bit of a down year there. You know, the team missed the playoffs. Now that, you know, you've reached the playoffs again, and not only that, you know, but you've been just a major contributor to this team on both ends of the floor. You know, how does that feel knowing that, you know, you've got a chance to do something in the playoffs and that you've been, you know, one of the key players on with this group here?
And it just goes to when, you know, that trade happened in February. I knew that we were more than capable with the people on our roster to make those playoffs. So I just made sure when that ball went up in the air on game one that I dedicated myself to both ends of the floor. I dedicated myself and to my team. And, you know, we got here, and in the position that I'm in, if this is my position, this is who I am as a player on this team, my role, then so be it. I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna execute it as best as I can every night. And if I did my job, then so be it. So I'm happy that my team made it here and that I was able to help them do it.
Do you have a follow-up, David? Okay, last question for Brittany will go to Doug Feinberg, Associated Press.
Hey, Britt.
Hey.
Congrats on making the playoffs.
Thank you.
How big is it now for you guys to get one of those top couple seeds? I mean, you're right in the mix, and there's a couple teams who go up batting for that 1 and 2. How big would it be going through what you've been through, that everyone's been through as far as playing every other day, to get some rest by getting a top 2 seed?
I think it's as simple as every game we play is a big game. No game is bigger than the other one. Of course, you look ahead and you go, okay, well, if we beat this team, if this team beats that team, you know, we'll be in the standings for 1 and 2. We ain't got to worry about none of that if we just handle our job. If we go in and we prepare every game to win and we prepare to fight, whether it's a dog fight or not, we are going in to win the game. Doesn't matter what stand-ins or anything. We put ourselves in position to be in a great standing by winning the game and just focusing one game at a time.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thanks,
Congrats.
Steve.
Questions for Kristine Anigwe. We'll start with Doug Feinberg, Associated Press.
Hey, Kristine, good to see you. The coach gave you a really big compliment tonight, just saying how you're always ready to play and ready to contribute, and obviously your number was called tonight. Just talk about your game and how you stepped up when you were needed in that key game to get the key win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I just feel like being on this team, you always have to stay ready, and that's kind of been like my mantra, like just staying ready and always just like doing anything that's asked for me. So like today, like I had the opportunity, and I feel like my teammates really believed in me, my coaches really believed in me, and I was able to like go in there and capitalize.
Lo Yarnell, thank you. Lo Yarnell, LASparks.com.
Kristine, how important to you personally in your career and to the team as a whole is this, you know, game winning, this playoff winning win for you?
It's super exciting because I feel like for me, this is my first playoff, and I'm really excited I get to go into playoffs with this group of girls. Like, the energy that we have daily is like unmatched. It's been like a family here, being in the bubble, being with them every single day. We've grown closer, so I'm just really excited to be going to the playoffs. I think this is huge just for our organization and just for us individually, like what we've been through, and this season has really been just a blessing.
Pavy, H&B Media.
Hey, Kristine, can you just speak to your intensity on the offensive glass? You know, like what's your mindset when it comes to that?
Well, coach was like, who is going to step in for neck? Like, who's going to bring energy on that end? And I was just like, okay, like that was my sign, just to go in there and just attack the glass and get rebounds and be aggressive on that end. So I know like that's my role in this team, rebound. And I felt like anything that was going up in there, I was going to try to get it. Even if I didn't get it, I was going to touch it or just like help my teammates get the ball.
Last question for Kristine, John W. Davis, Winsider.
Hi, Kristine. When you were, told you were going to start that second half, you talked about the energy, but what were you specifically, thinking and telling yourself, like past energy, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, or just kind of see how it goes? What were you telling yourself internally? What was the discussion in your own mind?
I'll just like go play, like go in there and do what you know how to do. And like I said, I've been ready, I stay ready. Sometimes I don't play that many minutes, I'm in the gym and coach, or I'm trying to watch film, or I'm trying to learn. So I think like right now, like my teammates know like how hungry I am. They believe in me and I believe in them. So if I'm on the floor, I'm on there for a reason, is to bring energy, like bring intensity, and just like them believing in me really makes me like go harder, because I don't want to disappoint them. And I really wanted to win this game, because it's like this season's been super special for all of us.
Thank you so much, Kristine. Congrats.
Yeah.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hello.
Congrats on the 5 assists tonight. Better effort to get more money for you guys.
Yes,
No,
perfect.
Get back up there. More importantly, the win, clinch the playoff spot. You've been in the playoffs before, but how big is it for you guys now to maybe get one of those top seeds when it comes to the playoffs and the postseason, to have some rest and rest for them?
It's super important. I think, anything can happen with one game, but you get in a series, you start strategizing a lot of our conversations and things like that. And we just won the series with Atlanta, and that's what we want to do with each one of our opponents. And, it's going to be key, those top 2 spots, to get some rest, talk about it, see who we're playing, especially with the season like this, and we're playing every other day. And tomorrow we have back-to-back. So.
Adam Gross, LA Daily News.
Hey, Chelsea, just do you change your post-game routine or anything like that going into a back-to-back?
I think tonight I just get something, you're preparing, you're refueling, but also it's like pre-game meal the day before. But I'll go home. I won't go to sleep right away, that's for sure. But do some recovery stuff tonight and ice bath tomorrow, and kind of prepare my body as much as possible, but mentally, kind of moving on to the next game and look at my scouting report now.
Lo Yarnell, LASparks.com.
Hi, Chelsea. Congrats on the win. You got these past couple of games for you guys have been a fight, but you're in the playoffs again. You've been in multiple playoffs before. What is your biggest focus heading into the playoffs, and what you can bring to the 2020 run for the championship?
I think just playing consistently, taking it one game at a time. We still have these games here. Even though we make the playoffs, we're hungry for more. We want to get one of those top 2 seeds, one of those top 2 spots. So I think just being consistent, each game is going to be something different. So just trying to do our best on both ends of the floor. We got to clean up our rebounding for sure. So I know that's been an emphasis this season, but it's going to be even more important down the stretch for the last regular season games and into the playoffs.
Last question for Chelsea, John W. Davis, Winsider.
Hi, Chelsea. Quick question. Is there something that feels different to you right now on this 9-game winning streak? You've been on winning streaks before. Is there anything that feels different, or anything that's standing out to you about this?
I think we're just playing for the next person. We're playing for the person next to us. And it's been like a sense of sisterhood. We're playing for a bigger purpose, and we all understand that. But some nights I'm playing for, like tonight, breast cancer awareness game. We were playing for our assistant coach, LT, that lost her parents to cancer. So we're always playing for a bigger purpose. And I know in the back of her mind tonight, she was just focused. Shout out to LT. But she was just focused on the game, trying to put all her energy, but also lingering in the back of her head. She's had some family passing through cancer. And everybody has been affected by it at some point. But just trying to stay consistent. And, we really feel a bond and like an energy that, you can't really describe. And by the end of it, we're just like, that's what we were talking about when we make this run in the playoffs.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Congrats.
Thank you.